Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another installment of Show to Be with Mike G, the show of life, the show of restaurants, Mexico City, Tel Aviv, Mezcal, South by Southwest, and so much more. You know, I recently saw a post from my friend Kellen at Sip Agave. He was out hanging at La Mezca with Sebas, and I saw these bottles of Zancudo Mezcal. Hadn't heard of it yet. And I liked the labels, I liked the design, and I had to know more. Lo and behold, I reached out to the brand owners, and Santos Serfaty of Zancudo Mezcal, co-founder, happened to be in Austin during South by Southwest this past weekend. So I had to sit down, and we talked about life, and what an amazing life filled with languages, filled with travel that he has lived. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed this great conversation with Santos Serfaty from Zancudo Mezcal.
It's not only Austin, it's also San Antonio, Texas in general. We believe that Austin and San Antonio represents home away from home.
Yeah.
For many reasons. You know, there's a melting pot here of cultures that we feel very identified with. You know how you have some Latinos, you have African American, you have white people, you
Tejanos, right?
Tejanos,
Cool.
you have a mix of everything. And, you know, it's nice to see everybody in the same city.
Yeah.
So for us, it represented something, not only a home away from home, but a place that we feel that will really understand what we are about and what we're creating. So that's the main reason.
How many times have you, so for this time you're here, whether on purpose or not, but during South by Southwest, right? Was that intentional?
Not intentional.
Okay,
No.
so you're having to deal with all kinds of traffic and all kinds of people and things. So, you said you had evening plans and, you've been drinking all week. Completely understand that. Is any of it have to do with South by Southwest? You going to have to battle those crowds at all?
No, honestly, it was completely by accident.
Yeah.
I was here 2 weeks and a half ago or 3 weeks ago. We had a really nice reception, which I gotta say, and I gotta point this out. Everybody told us don't go to Austin.
Really?
Everybody.
Like from Mexico City or
No,
Oaxaca?
in the industry, different states, in Mexico City.
Really?
It's like, don't go to Austin. And we were, a little bit surprised by that.
Yeah.
And we asked why, and they said, because Austin is a saturated market.
Okay, I see.
There is so many brands. Nobody's going to care about you. Nobody's going to even take your product. Nobody's going to take you seriously. And honestly, you guys are very small, so who cares?
Yeah.
Honestly, that's fire us up.
Yeah.
That's exactly the reason why we came
challenge.
Here. Yes, the challenge. We was like, okay, if that's what it is, then let us, see it
head on
ourselves.
Yeah.
The complete opposite.
Yeah.
It's crazy in a way because I compare this market a little bit to Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Utah.
I used to live in Utah, actually.
Really?
I love Salt Lake City, man.
I love Salt Lake City. So
right.
Salt Lake City for us it's an amazing place.
That's great. I'm so glad to hear that.
Yes, we love it.
In comparison, how big is the market for mezcal in Utah versus, let's say, Austin? Is it much smaller?
Oh, it's much smaller, but it is because it's a controlled state.
That's right. Yeah.
Because people in Utah, it's similar to here. They're young.
Mm-hmm.
They're hungry to learn. They're very open.
Yeah.
They're very kind and warm.
Yeah.
So I think they have this knowledge about mezcal that I haven't seen anywhere else.
That's amazing.
Maybe I'm a little bit surprised that it's probably even deeper than what I see in California.
Oh, wow.
Of knowledge. But because it's a controlled state, they only have a few brands.
Yeah.
So obviously it's limited. So I would say in Austin it's a little more.
Very open. You can kind
Yeah,
of bring stuff in.
yeah,
You're right. I remember because I was a little bit young. It was in the late '90s when I lived in Salt Lake, right? So I wasn't able to drink yet. But if we were ever throwing a party, my dad likes to cook. My mom likes to cook. We'd have to stop at the one store to get like a bottle of wine or whatever, right? It was always so
yes,
funny because he wanted tequila in the '90s. It's like we want to make margaritas. Got to go to that one store,
yeah.
for every county. So I can understand the challenge. So kind of reading about you, Santos, and things that I think that I'm kind of understanding about your background in this. So currently in Mexico City, but you've lived in Caracas. Is that correct?
Yes, I was born. I was born in Caracas,
Okay.
Venezuela. My father was Moroccan.
Okay.
My mother Colombian.
Oh yeah.
So a weird mix.
Yeah.
My mother first generation Colombian, but everybody else came from Vietnam and China.
Vietnam and China.
Yeah. So from my
Really?
mother's side, and from my father's side, mostly North Africa and Spain.
That's amazing. Huh?
And I was born I don't know
Yeah.
where in Venezuela. So yeah, the Venezuelan is in me, you know.
That's did your travels or your family take you to Tel Aviv as well?
Yes, and
So
took
what is
me to
that? Yeah.
30 something different countries.
Wow. For what? Dad's
Because
job?
sorry,
Mom's job? Dad's job?
no,
Or,
no, it's just myself.
oh
My
wow.
father passed away when I was very young,
Oh, okay.
and I was adopted by an Argentinian family living in Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked me, "Do you want to move to Argentina?" And I said, "Okay." So I lived a little bit in Argentina,
Mm.
then in Brazil, then I stopped and I lived in Tel Aviv, but I also lived in Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and
Really?
Indonesia. Yeah, I was working basically in the hospitality world.
Uh-huh.
Started washing dishes, for a
Yeah.
very long time. Then it moved in, transition into the kitchen, then the bar.
Yeah.
So that took me everywhere. I was,
Man,
it's like, okay, I'm a teenager, so let's explore the world.
that's incredible.
And many years later, he got me back again to Latin America. 10 years ago
Mhm.
to Mexico, and honestly, it felt
Was that
like
your home then
yes,
finally?
yes.
Yeah.
For me, Mexico became my home
Yeah.
and everything to me. So I stayed. I stayed, and I stayed in contact with my mother, and then my mother's now also moving to Mexico.
Oh,
So
cool.
so yeah, it's nice because it feels like Mexican culture is very warm,
Yeah.
and there is this saying. I don't know if you know Chavela Vargas.
I don't think so.
Well, Chavela Vargas, she's not Mexican, but she's considered as a very important icon in the Mexican culture.
Mhm.
She used to say, "El mexicano nace donde le da la chingada gana."
Okay.
Like the Mexican as are born wherever they
Yeah.
want, basically. And that's how I feel. I feel Venezuelan because I was born in Venezuela, but I feel Mexican because it assimilates to everything I care and
Yeah.
I like. So that's how I became part
I
of the
I
culture.
love that. I moved not nearly as much as you, but I moved around a lot as a kid. Before my parents got married, he was in the restaurant business, so we kind of moving
Oh,
around and stuff.
so
My mom's a
similar.
nurse, yeah, kind of similar, right? And the thing that was interesting, which I'll ask you in a second, is I found myself. I don't know that I was ever lonely, right? But today, I don't have any friends from elementary school, right? I don't have any
Right.
friends that kind of carried over. But really, the question is what I was always. It was always easy for me to survive on my own, be independent. Did you find yourself that moving around so much that you look inward and you're very independent?
Well, yeah, since I'm 14 years old.
Yeah,
No home, no family, so you have to kind of like become independent pretty quickly.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I was very lucky,
yeah.
thank God, and I'm very grateful that a family took a chance to adopt me, and
Hmm.
other people took a chance on me and care of me while I was a teenager. So I wouldn't be here sitting with you if those people weren't
Yeah,
there for me. So um, yeah, for sure, you have to feel independent, and you have to carry that on your shoulders.
right.
Yeah.
And what kinds of things for me? Writing and music were always where I would go when I maybe was by myself. did music help you, listening to music and like as you were kind of moving, or did you write or draw anything like that?
Yeah, no, I keep a journal.
Oh yeah, okay.
So yeah, I write a lot of stuff.
Still to this day, you still write?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Sometimes when I come home
Oh
at
really?
night, I'm like, okay, I need to put down some thoughts.
That's amazing.
So yeah, that I would say drums.
Yeah.
I was playing drums a little bit. But music for sure. Music is therapeutical,
It
It
is.
helps everybody.
You've been traveling a lot lately. Definitely, you've got your AirPods or your earphones, right? What have you been listening to lately?
You're gonna laugh.
I don't. I know. No, I've heard it all. Yeah.
I love country music.
Do you really?
Yes, yes.
Classic country, or is there old school country classic, or this modern kind of pop country?
I'll tell you one person,
Okay.
Chris Stapleton.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's kind of rock country
Yeah,
to me.
that's the kind of country music I like.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that's
what I've
that's
been
a
listening.
surprise to me. I think
Yeah.
that's pretty amazing.
yeah.
So all of this traveling, I also think, if I've read this somewhere, you're very multilingual. So because you did or Brazil, I think you said. So do you
Yeah, I
speak some
speak
Portuguese? Yeah, tell me which languages you speak.
Portuguese, Spanish, Hebrew, Arabic, English,
That's incredible.
and a little bit of Russian.
Is that
Yeah.
Russian? Did you ever live anywhere close to Russia?
Oh, the Russians are everywhere.
Is
So
there?
yeah, you get to learn Russian. Yeah.
Do you find I'm good at remembering things I hear, right? Language, I probably should have studied more, and I'd like to, and I can kind of speak Spanish and understand it, right? But for you, do you find that you just you just understand language, that it makes sense to you when you learn a new language?
I just approach to it very differently. I see languages as a key,
Mm.
as it opens many doors.
Mm.
Like for example, South by Southwest. There's so many Brazilians here.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea why, but that's amazing, and I
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
practice my Portuguese, and I feel at home again.
Yeah.
Because Rio became home for me as well.
Yeah,
So it's pretty nice to speak Portuguese and connect again
yeah.
with people that I really truly love, which are Brazilian people. They're very kind, very warm.
Yeah.
So it opens doors, and
Yeah, it
and I
does.
feel like you have to dedicate time to it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and probably better at languages than numbers. That's probably for
Mhm.
sure. But
Does it ever end? I mean, are there even more languages that you want to learn?
yes, I want to learn more.
What's next?
Honestly, Japanese.
Japanese.
I
Oh
would
man.
love to learn Japanese.
My good friend, I just got back from Japan last week. Yeah, me too. I wish I kind of understood, but a very interesting language, right? The way that
Yes.
it's composed and
Yeah.
kanji and stuff. I think that's incredibly admirable. When I think about you moving around quite a bit, very independent, obviously trying to make sure you're good to I mean, being in hospitality means being good to other people, right?
Yes.
Part of that is learning those languages so you can meet people where they're at.
Oh,
you-
yeah.
That's how I kind of look at it. It's like, you're over here and I don't expect you to come here. I want to meet you where you're at. I think that's empathy too.
Yes.
That's something that sometimes people are missing. But I know this might be out of left field, but I don't know anything about if you're a father or whatnot. But if you don't already have your own family, is that something that you want?
Yes. Yes. I mean, I wasn't expecting that question, but
Yeah.
yes, it's definitely in my mind for sure. I want to have kids. I want to have a family, but it's very hard because I'm traveling
Yeah.
and I'm knocking on doors.
Right.
So we don't have salespeople. It's ourselves knocking on doors, making introductions, explaining, having all these meetings, and it's a little bit hard to
Yeah.
find time for personal life. For a more intimate life.
That's
Like
right,
find
yeah.
a partner, build a family. So yeah, it's kind of like chicken and the egg.
That's right. I imagine though you meet a lot of people when you travel, right?
Yes.
And that probably makes it even more difficult, right? Because if you do have kind of a connection, who knows when you're going to be back in that place, right?
Correct. And also, it's the most of the people that I meet are from the industry. So
yeah.
I don't really want to go out on a date with somebody from the industry. because,
Interesting. Is
the
that a
wor-
boundary for you?
Yes.
No
Yes.
kidding.
It's a small world, so I gotta keep work
That's right.
and private life separate.
Interesting. I'm mostly with you. married a bartender, but but you know what? It was the best woman I ever met. You know,
What?
so it is that way until it's not that way, and maybe
Yes.
someday that it will be different. It feels to me too, this spirit to learn, to embrace other people, meet them where they're at. That you have a bit of entrepreneurial spirit in you too. Have you started other businesses, or Zancudo the first?
Oh no, I started other
That's
businesses.
what I thought. Yeah.
Yes. Again, I think it's a thing of survival.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I see myself like a street cat. I
Uh-huh.
just gotta do what to survive and be creative.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the pandemic, I started this jacket company.
Really?
Yeah, I started working with artisans from Oaxaca,
Cool.
and we did like really beautiful embroidery on the back of these jean jackets. And they were doing pretty well. Honestly, they were doing pretty well
Yeah.
during the pandemic. And it was a win-win situation for the artisans, for me, for everybody involved. And then one of the artisans died from COVID,
Man, that's tough.
and it got a little bit complicated. So the business didn't do well after that.
And you
So
pivoted.
I pivoted to something else.
Mm-hmm. Which is
Is
so the mezcal was after. So already have some kinds of relationships in Oaxaca. From what I understand or read about the creation story, is you were doing, was it an art pop-up or a food pop-up in Mexico City? And is that where you met Andres, who's now your
That's funny.
business
How do you
partner?
know that?
It's I read it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. You did some research.
Yeah, I
huh?
try to make sure I know things about books.
Yeah, no, I love, the kitchen. I love
Mm.
cooking. So basically, it's something that I enjoy doing, and I used to keep doing it. But I used to host these dinners in Mexico City of 10, 15 people.
Were you the one cooking?
Yes.
No, okay, so you're a
Yes.
chef too.
I mean, I like food. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like food.
cool.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a chef, but I would call myself a cook.
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably worked enough kitchens. You've picked up
Yes.
many, many things.
Yes. So I would have a rule, and I say to everybody, "Listen, I'll buy the food, I cook the food,
Mm.
but you guys bring the alcohol,
Yeah.
and please don't bring any beers and wine.
Mhm.
Bring something interesting."
Nice, interesting.
So that will be the rule, and people will bring like ouzo,
Yeah.
or like
Brandies or
brandies,
yeah,
and like really exotic stuff.
Yeah.
Which I was very happy about. And then out of nowhere, somebody brought this jar, on label, completely illegal looking.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What is that?" And my friend said, "Oh, that's mezcal. You should try it." I tried it, and by that time, I was already very deep into the mezcal world. Like I had an understanding.
really?
I have I already tasted many different brands, many
Mhm,
different
mhm.
things, varieties. But when I tasted this one, I was like, "Wow, this is so good, so
Yeah.
so gentle, so clean."
Mm.
Who makes this? And I was like, "Well, my cousin makes it.
Oh, wow.
I would like to bring him next time." So that's when I met Andres. And then I started buying from Andres.
Mm.
I became his client. And my girlfriend at the time, she said, "Well, you seem very passionate about it. Why don't you talk to him?" So I started giving him feedback about the bottle, about the label. This is not the way it should look. I think you should do this. And Andres, I'm guessing he was thinking like, "Who
The fuck is this
who
guy?
the
Like-
fuck is this guy? Like he's giving me like feedback." I mean, what did he?
I didn't ask you, man.
Yes, exactly. But I cared. I did care about that product. So I started seeing the changes.
Yeah.
At that time, I was looking what to do. I was thinking if I should find a job or not. And again, my girlfriend said, "I think you should reach out again, see what happens."
What year was this, by the way? Like 23?
2020.
2020? Oh, that far back.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I reached out to Andres and I said, "Listen, I have no idea of the alcohol business. I know a little bit of mezcal. I come from the, beverage and food industry, if
Yeah.
I can say it like that, restaurants. I think I know how to grow something. Would you mind partnering with me?"
Yeah.
And he said, let me think about it. I started moving the mezcal around. I said, let me prove it to you. I started moving the mezcal around in some taco places in Mexico City, and we became sort of famous about that because we were selling to all the taco places.
Yeah.
And Andres sort of identified some potential there, and we both decided to go on this 50-50.
Wow.
And at the same time, we were thinking, wait a second, there's one piece missing here for us to be complete. So what is it? Let's make the producer our partner as well.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So Andres by then already had a relationship with the Morales family 14, 15 years ago,
Oh, wow.
a while ago.
Yeah.
Before, their brand, which is well known, became famous. So he started developing this relationship with the family, and then we started becoming friends with Carlos, which is Beto's sons, Alberto's sons. And for us, it was extremely important that they are partners with us in the brand.
Right.
For many reasons, we believe that everybody can win from this, and it's fair that they're making the mezcal, or well, all making it now, but they're making the mezcal and they're part of it. So the three of us created Zancudo.
Why
Carlos,
Sancudo? Because I know that I've been out to Coatepec, right? Like,
you've been.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
nice.
I've been to Oaxaca a lot of times. Even stayed out there, lived out a very brief amount of time. But I actually never saw a mosquito.
You never saw a mosquito?
Not in a Coatepec. Only those small little biting flies.
Yes. No, there is.
I'm sure there are.
There's certainly a lot of mosquitoes.
But is that so? What was that inspiration? Was there a particular interaction that you had with?
Yeah. So mostly in the distillation part. Well, not the distillation part, the distillation house where the palenque is. Before it forms the crust in the fermentation, you see a lot of mosquitoes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
a lot of mosquitoes flying around. So we would ask, like, why are all these mosquitoes flying around? And everybody would say, oh, they are the borrachos,
Yeah.
They are the drunk mosquitoes.
Stealing a little bit. Yeah.
Yes, they're always attracted to the separations of sugar in the fermentation process, but also they're pollinators. And it was like, oh, wait, are they pollinators? So yeah, they're not the main ones. The main ones are the bats, the bees, the butterflies. They're certainly part of it. They're nocturnal pollinators. So we thought, okay, wait a second, this is kind of like the underdog. The unforeseen forces of nature that nobody sees, but they're there. And let's be honest, everybody hates mosquitoes.
They do. Yeah, they get a bad rap, right?
Yes, but not everybody knows what they do.
That's really fascinating.
So we did a lot of research about it, and we find out that there's a lot of mosquitoes that are actually pollinators, and some of them, with the females mosquitoes, are the ones that actually bite on people. Yeah.
Wow.
And so the male are pollinators. So we thought, okay, let's have a Zancudo that represents all these mosquitoes that are in the process, that nobody says anything about them, but clearly in Oaxaca they call it los borrachos. So for us it was kind of like something interesting, but as a joke. Like a joke and interesting.
That's actually a very good metaphor, though.
Yes.
Right? Had I not asked you, I would have never known what it really represented as a symbol, as a metaphor. I think that's we're kind of moving. I mean, I don't like mosquitoes. No one does, but that's your point, right? It's like, yeah, but they actually do good.
Yes, they do.
If you just give them a chance. Seldom do I give a mosquito a chance. Let's just be honest. That's amazing. So when did you know that the brand, like, did you design this? Did you get the actual visuals of it? Or did you get a design firm to come in? Or did you and Andres do it with Carlos? How did you come about?
No, man, we didn't have the money.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
So we decided it all. We did it all ourselves. Everything started with white labels, like the white background with a mosquito. And then I had this idea of like putting it as like metals, like copper, silver.
Yeah, silver.
Then we have the ensemble, which we can talk about it later, but the ensemble coming up, and it's a gold one.
Yeah.
So Andres is also a very talented photographer,
Oh, cool.
and he has a very good eye. So between both of us, we designed it. And that's it. Honestly, everybody asked us if we had a designing company.
No,
Well,
I like it a lot.
honestly, we didn't.
You did a good. I had to do the same thing when I first launched my brands. Right, I was like, I don't really have like tens of thousands of dollars to pay somebody, so I just learned how to do it. And I was like, you realize you have a voice, right? I bet when you cook, you got an opinion about what you want it to taste like.
Yes.
And then you just take that, you take it to music, you know what you want it to sound like, and then you take it to design, you know what you want it to look like. So you'll know it. So I love that. Like, it's a very small crew. And so because there's 3 marks, and we'll talk about kind of a little more about the production, but the proofs. Now, Ocotepec is interesting because it ranges all kinds of proofs, like, that are traditional, quote unquote, in that area. So the Espadin here is 42% ABV. That's from what I remember. 43. Thank you. Yeah, someone misprinted that too. Then, because 43. Thank you for correcting me. What was the thinking that the Tobala would be higher ABV, and what was it that you were trying to achieve?
Well, explain about the 3. For us, we wanted to set the tone right and say we're gonna start strong with the Espadin. And by strong, I don't mean necessarily the alcohol like percentage, but by the quality of the product.
Right.
There's this thing in the market where everybody's tired of Espadins. It's like, yeah, Espadins, another Espadin. And we're like, no, that shouldn't be
right
taken like that. If an Espadin is made right,
yeah,
and you start right, then you set the expectations for the rest. So for us, starting right away with the Espadin, we wanted to start with something clean, elegant, that a lot of people that like mezcal or don't like mezcal,
they can come into it. Yeah.
Something like an introduction to mezcal in an elegant way.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this, but one of the things that we're focused on is in the distillation part, we only use the hearts.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So the heads and the tails, we don't use it.
Do you put them anywhere? I've seen people use the colas to rest in water for adjustments. Do you do anything with those? Those go someplace else, cleaning?
So I'm not gonna talk about what other people do.
No, I understand.
But because there is a lot of malpractice too, like a lot of people just they sell those parts or they do whatever they want to do with that part.
No, yeah, there's a very dark underbelly to mezcal, and some of it that's adulterated and stuff. But for y'all, where do you put the colas and
we have 3 things we do with it. We created this thing called a biodigester. Amongst the first brands out of Mexico to do it. First 5 brands. This biodigester, what it does, it creates a compost. So from the liquid that you put inside, it creates 2 things. The first one is biogas, a natural biogas that we donate to the communities and we donate to our families so they can cook. So it's natural gas that you can use. Cool. And the second product is a natural fertilizer.
Yeah.
So that fertilizer, you can use it for crops, for farming, for papaya, for corn.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, the liquid.
Oh, just the liquid. Okay.
The liquid. The fibers, we use it for many things. For adobe, for like building, construction.
Right.
We have a collaboration. So we give it to people so they can make labels for clothing, for many things. So we created this sustainable program that helps us create what we have here and focused on a very niche thing, which is only using the hearts. So when you try the Espadin, you get something very clean, floral. We also wait, which is an important part of this game. Patience. A lot of people don't wait for the Espadin for the 7 to 8 years.
Oh, the maturity piece, okay.
The maturity piece.
Yeah.
And that plays a factor. When I hear this comment of people saying, oh, yeah, mezcal is too smoky. Well, mezcal obviously has a little bit of smoke to it. because of the way we cook. Um, but if it's too smoky, that's a red flag. It means that they're hiding the imperfections of the raw material that they use. So if they grab an espadín of 3 years old, and what they do is they overcook it, so it comes out very smoky, and it hides all these things that they're missing, which is the quality of the product. So that is something that you should focus on when you're drinking mezcal, having something that has some hints of smoke but not too smoky. Um, so that's where we go. For example, with the espadín, we decided 43 because that's exactly where we wanted it. For the Tobalá, we had it at 42 before.
Okay.
And we weren't very content with the final product, so we put it at 45. And our Tobalá, when you get the chance to try it, it's very mineral, very very mineral. We grow it at 6,800 feet elevation.
Wow, okay.
So the highlands of the mountains in Ocotepec, San Dionisio. So it comes out very, very, very mineral. It feels tricky because we're used to have a very sweet and the floral kind of a Tobalá. This is complete opposite.
Is it more shade or more sun and where they're growing that?
Oh, a lot of sun.
Okay, that's why. Yeah,
Yes.
they got to struggle more, right?
Yes. Yes, they stress more.
Yeah.
So we also replant them. So if we see them growing on the bottom, we take them to the top.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So it plays a really nice factor into what the final taste is. And the last one, which is honestly, I shouldn't say it. We shouldn't say it because these three are like our kids. But we do have a favorite kid.
Oh, is that right? But like, parents do too. They just don't say it. So
Yes.
it's all right. The bottles won't get too upset with you. I don't
They won't. The Madre Cuish.
Yeah.
The Madre Cuish has been controversial for many people. The one we make, because we had a 42. Before that, we had a 47.
Uh-huh.
We didn't like it
Tell me why you didn't like it at 47?
because we felt it pushed too much heat, alcohol. You felt a lot of the alcohol, and you weren't able to perceive the aromas, all that herbaceous characteristics that Madre
Yeah,
Cuish.
Karwinskis are very
Yes.
green. They're very expressive.
Yes.
So you're saying in this case the alcohol really got in the way.
Yes.
Ah.
So we put it at 42, and then we see this article in Mezcalistas that talks about it.
Yeah.
We did a blind tasting with Susan, and we showed her different things, and we weren't surprised because she said about the 42 without knowing that was the 42. That she said, "Wow, this is so different."
Yeah, yeah.
And it's for Andres and I is like telling to a chef,
Oh, right.
don't put too much lemon in a aguachile or
Yeah, right,
ceviche.
right.
You know, it's like it's our recipe. We believe that the aroma, everything just stands out at 42, and honestly, we're very proud of that one.
I mean, it takes vision and it takes a little bit of bravery, if you will, in this industry at least,
Yeah,
to say, well, actually, it needs to be lower in proof. Most people will get mad,
yeah,
even if they don't understand what the artistic vision is, right? But when you don't tell people, so for instance, when you do tasting, I think you're at Kramer's here pretty recently, and you're going to go meet some other folks, I think, this evening too. Do you just pour it for them and don't tell them? Or do you tell them in advance and let them figure it out, the proof?
Well, I always tell the story before, because I feel it's very important to know that the people behind this logo, this brand, sweat a lot of tears, man.
Yeah,
it's hard work. The Morales family puts a lot of hard work. Andres and I, we've been through a lot. Families. So for us, it's important to share the story. Once we share the story, we make the first pour, and then we let them figure it out themselves. Almost almost 10 out of 10, they say the things that I have in my mind, which
Yeah,
is pretty awesome.
that's great. You know, it's interesting. So I've made many spirits. You have a very, very direct hand in making this mezcal too. So it's easier to speak from experience, right? Because you smelled it and when it was different. You've seen the different plants. You've moved them. You've got cuts. You know, all of this. Do you feel like there are a lot of people in the mezcal world that sell mezcal that are telling a story that they've never lived? You know what I mean? That they haven't experienced.
In what sense?
Well, you've done it. I've done it, but you have a lot of people that like haven't cut an agave before, haven't cut a quiote and stuff. You smiled, so you know what I kind of mean, right? Like,
Yeah.
in a way, it's like a little posery, a little bit of
Yeah.
yeah. So how do you feel about that? Can you see those people pretty clear? No names or anything, but can you see that in the market that they're just kind of speaking for the paycheck, but not from experience?
Can I be completely honest with you?
Yeah, of course.
I don't care.
Good. No, that's great.
We focus on what we do.
Yeah.
And so many brands out there and so many people, we can call it posers or we can call it, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to label them, but
No, I understand.
everybody's hustling, everybody's
That's
working. We're focused on building this. There's a whole mission behind these bottles. I don't know if you're aware of it, but we have the sustainability and reforestation program. We planted about a year and a half ago 22,000 trees and 72,000 agaves.
In Ecotepec?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah,
So-
more. I think much of the wood from mezcal comes from Ecotepec, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And some other places.
Yeah.
The Morales family is huge on helping the community,
Mm-hmm.
building sewages, roads, and there is a lot of mission behind this. And the other one is helping schools, local schools, so people have the chance to go to schools, donations, and books and uniforms, etc. So we're very focused on our work and what we're doing and the
Yeah.
relationships that we're building. And honestly, I don't really take a look at others'
I
backyards.
totally get it. Yeah. No, I think why I say that sometimes is my role as capturing the voices in this
Yeah.
community.
Yeah,
I
makes
have
sense.
to always look, right? And when I, quite frankly, pick guests, I do get pitched guests. I get a lot of emails from PR companies like, you should interview this person who wrote a book
okay.
about this and this. And I'm like,
Nice.
sometimes it sounds interesting. Other times I don't give a shit. Like I don't have to do it. This is my time as much as it's my guest. But that's why I asked, is because I'm always kind of keeping an eye. And when I know when I don't want to interview somebody, and that's when they tell me what they know, right? And they tell me what I don't know, even though they don't know me, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the thing I see sometimes with tequila people. I've experienced it firsthand. They're like, yeah, this is this, and it's like, yeah, dude, I mean, shit, I've been doing this like almost 15 years, right? But it just like, so I always pay
Crazy,
attention, always pay attention. But so I think this is, I get the brand ethos. I get the tenets. I get what you're trying to achieve, and I really love it. And I can reach. You've been so clear about it. I can articulate it back to you. If someone you engage with that tries your mezcal, if there's one thing you want them to know about Zancudo, what would that be? One thing they could take away with them.
Wow, that's you let me thinking, but I would say it in one word: real.
Yeah, love that.
That we're not here posing, we're not celebrities, we're just honest and hardworking people behind that bottle, and that's what it is. We're real.
That's it. That's everything, man. That's what really resonates. Real. So you mentioned that maybe somewhere in the near future with a potential gold mosquito, that there will be an ensemble that comes out. Now, tell me whatever you're allowed to say about it. Sometimes when labels aren't approved, I know brands don't talk about it. But tell me about this ensemble if you can.
Wow, this is I'm very proud. I get goosebumps when I talk about it because honestly, it's one of a kind.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything like that.
Oh,
And everybody's hands is on this. This is an ensemble that we use 3 different wild agaves.
Mm-hmm.
We grabbed a Tepestate, 36 years old, Jabalí, 15 years old, and the Mexicano, 12 years old.
Amazing.
Yes. Now we took a huge gamble because we wanted to do this ensemble from the very beginning.
From the beginning of the brand?
Yeah, no, from the very beginning of the production wise. A lot of people, when they do ensembles, what they do is they mix in cold both liquids, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
And they call it ensemble.
Yeah.
What we did here is, okay, we're taking the chance that we're taking a 36 years old Tepestate. Let's cook together the Tepestate with the Jabalí and the Mexicano.
Yeah.
Let's ferment them together and triple distill them together.
Okay.
Because the Jabalí
It's a foam.
It's a lot of foam, the second distillation, so you have to go to a third one. Anyways, it was pretty stressful from the very beginning.
Given that you probably don't have a lot of those Tepestates, if it didn't work, it wouldn't work, right?
And
it had to work, didn't it, the first time?
And honestly, we'll be feeling shitty about ourselves and the plant.
Well, of course, yeah.
Because we'll be, using something that is, in my opinion, majestic. It was definitely, it was quite intriguing, but we did it and it came out 357 bottles.
700s or 750s?
750s.
Yeah.
350.
That's a good size batch.
Yes, yes. But only 70 bottles are gonna be in the Texas market.
Really?
Yes. The rest is gonna go to the other markets that we are working, which is Utah, California, and Massachusetts.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna divide it kind of like in a way equally. Yeah, we're very excited about that one, and the release I think is gonna be mid or end June.
Oh, so a little bit out. Is it already bottled?
Yes, it's bottled.
Cool.
Yes.
In the States yet, or still in Oaxaca?
In Oaxaca.
Okay.
In Oaxaca.
Yeah, that's the part that takes the longest, right?
Yes.
Getting it over.
Yes.
So what did you determine was the proof there? So because this, what I like about it is you didn't just set a line level proof. You're like, this is what's best for this. So 43 for the Espedium, and I remember that now, 42 for the Toblerone, and then, 42 for the Nomadic, and then 45 for the Toblerone, right? So what did
memory.
You... Yeah, I can remember numbers, which
nice.
Maybe is why I can't remember languages as well, because I can do numbers. Well, what ended up being the right proof after the triple distillation of this Tepestate, Jabalí y Mexicano?
45.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
45. Equal measures to 33.3 each.
Proportionally?
Yes, proportionally.
Weight, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. For the 3 agaves.
That's cool.
Yes.
So you're proud of it?
I'm very, very proud of it. I'm not gonna say anything about how it tastes or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, when you drink it, it feels very different.
I love that. Yeah, yes. I can't wait to try.
It's an experience.
I definitely want to try it. Last time I think that we talked, you were looking for a distributor. You found a distributor now in Texas?
Yes, we have a distributor. So far, they're working from San Antonio.
Okay.
And they're distributing here also in Austin.
Cool.
But yeah, we're working with them.
That's great. What are they called? Give them some. What are they called?
They're called Texas Spirits.
Texas Spirits.
Yes.
Oh, I know them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very small company.
Yeah, it's just like the one guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I met him. He's cool. He's really cool.
We like working with small companies.
Yeah.
Because then we can shape our like each other's. You know, like we can build.
Oh yeah.
This together. Grow together. Going to distributors that are too big doesn't really resonate with us.
Yeah, you get lost.
You get lost in the book, and who knows? Maybe they'll bury you too.
Yeah.
Maybe not on purpose. Maybe just because they have a lot of work, but we always go with the Zancudos, with the unseen ones.
No, I love it. I feel the same way. That's why I talk about punk rock so much. Not because I like it exactly, but because it's a metaphor too.
Yeah.
For us that don't have a voice, but those of us who know each other, we sing along together.
Yes.
It's the same.
Oh yeah. Nice.
That's how I think about it. All right, so I got 2 questions left for you. Santos. And thanks so much for making this happen during South by. I know there's a ton of traffic and your schedule is really booked, but it was important to me to be the one that got to talk to you, right? And I'm gonna just take a brief minute to say this is like I see brands and I see people, and I'm always looking at people and what they're not what they make necessarily, but who they are. I'm always paying attention to what they say. And I just had a feeling that y'all, the Zancudo team, would just is like we could hang.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so it was important to me to make sure I interviewed you before anybody else. In fact, and it's good since you're launching in Texas and all that. So, 2 questions. This one, I'm gonna go music with it. Or actually, let's go drummers. I mean, I know a bit about drummers, or something about drummers. So you're sipping the new Ensemble anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter. You've lived all over the world, so just put a place in your head. And you can drink the Ensemble with any drummer, living or deceased. Who would you like to sip with?
Man. Okay, it's not fair because I forgot his name, but it's the lead singer of the Foo Fighters.
Dave Grohl.
Yes, with them.
Yes, I love that. I grew up on Dave
Yes.
Grohl, man. That's amazing. And I still don't know the answer to this, but I hope someday you can find out. I'm not exactly sure. I know Dave Grohl drinks, but I don't know if he likes mezcal. I'm sure he does, but I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
He for sure likes mezcal. He's
All
a
right,
cool
great.
guy.
Well, we got to make that happen then. I got some people out in LA. We'll see if we can. So last question for you. What's the rest of your stay? You said you're headed to San Antonio tomorrow. What is on the plans for this evening? More tastings, more meeting bar managers and stuff, or what do you get going on?
No, honestly, just enjoying my last day.
Oh, cool.
It's been rough. It's airplane to airplane, bus to bus, door to door. So this is my last day, and I'm very excited to also go into San Antonio because we have some really nice news.
Yeah, that's amazing.
We just got our first brand ambassador.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Would you care to name them?
Oh yeah, she's absolutely amazing. Her name is Lauren Beckman.
Lauren Beckman. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's the beverage director of Michelin.
Oh yeah, I remember. I actually think she was at my house.
Really?
Yeah, I used to held tastings here when people come into. I don't know that for sure, but I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Congratulations!
Thank you.
That's great, man.
We're very happy that restaurant. It's incredible.
Great restaurant.
And she's very, very talented, very professional. We're very happy.
Yeah, that's great.
She represents all we are all about.
Yeah, I love that. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. So we're gonna see her. We're gonna see some friends there too. So yeah. Yeah,
that's great, man. It sounds like things are really starting to expand and grow for the brand, and hopefully next time we meet, whether it's here, I would love to meet you down in Ocotepeque. Just like hang out in Oaxaca
or Mexico City.
Sure, that's a cheaper flight.
Have you been to Mexico City?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I love Mexico City. Yeah. All right, either one. They both sound good.
Yeah.
So
no, if you're a foodie and you like food and good beverage, honestly, go to Mexico City.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I did the one tasting dinner at what's the Michelin star spot in Polanco?
Pujol.
Thank you. Yeah, that was great experience.
Yeah, they just got the Tobalá.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was pretty nice to see.
Now I got a reason to go back. That's amazing, man. Congratulations, Santos. Thanks so much.
Of course,
for
thank you.
taking the time out, and we'll certainly keep in touch. And then I'm going to stop recording, and I'm going to sip these other 2 beautiful mezcales. But enjoy the rest of your trip in Austin, man.
Thank you, man.
Cheers. Well, there we have it. Santos Serfaty of Zancudo Mezcal, one of the co-founders. He talks about the story. I quite like mezcal from San Dionisio, Cotepec. These 3, though, he talks about it. But that Mother Quiche is so good. Normally, my radar would go off. 42% ABV isn't really high enough for me to be expressive, but this turns heads, and this really defies the preconceived notions I have about a Madre Quiche at such a low proof. It's really, really beautiful stuff, and I'm sure soon in Austin, Texas, and San Antonio, you're going to see more of Zancudo Mezcal. And, it's amazing the kinds of things that our brains are good at. I can remember numbers. I don't know why. I'm not good at math necessarily. But Santos knows the language, he knows words, and it's really amazing to hear him kind of understand and talk about his approach to language. All this moving around he's done now, settling in Mexico City. It's really enviable and something I hope to learn so much more about. Santos, thank you so much for sitting down to chat. So thanks everybody for listening to Show to V with Mike G. No matter how many times you've watched The Office, it's still pretty good. Some jokes are cringe, but you know what? You need it to keep you alive and well. Or if you're thinking, I have this really cool plastic chainsaw in the studio, I wonder if anyone's noticed it yet. Please keep dancing.